Looking pretty ominous. Time to hit the road before this comes down in buckets. So as you can tell, we woke up this morning to a gloomy, rainy, overcast day. Under normal circumstances, I actually like those days. Great time to just hang out inside the camper, chill, maybe even read a book if you're into that. But on move day, not my favorite. Not my favorite. You know, you get muddy and wet and whatever, but we didn't have a choice. Today was move day. We packed up. Obviously, we're on the road right now, and we are heading to a place called Ishpeming, Michigan. Now, that's not necessarily the focal point of our stop. We're actually visiting a town called Marquette, but that's where we're en route. That's where we're heading. I'll give you a little bit more on that when we get there. So what's up? After a 3-hour day, we made it out here to Ishpeming, Michigan. I mentioned to you guys when we were driving that Ishpeming was not really the focus of this leg of our trip. Actually, Marquette, which is 14 miles, just a little further down the road here, is actually where we wanted to go. However, when we were making our reservations, we could not get into Marquette. So Ishpeming was the nearest place that I could find a reservation. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm pleasantly surprised. We are here. The campground is called Country Village RV Campground or RV Park. It's actually not bad. As you can tell here, we have a pretty nice lot. It's full hookups. We have Wi-Fi. We haven't had that. We haven't even had cell service in the last 4 days. So it's actually nice. It's got a lot of amenities, even though, to be honest with you, we don't use any of the amenities. The most we use in a campground is basically the Wi-Fi. We don't even use the laundromat. We only use the laundromat when we have to do the dogs' bedding and stuff like that. But for the most part, we're self-contained. And Wi-Fi is all really that we need or we use from the campgrounds, which this one happens to have good Wi-Fi. So we're kind of happy here. We made it. We're in Ishpeming tomorrow. And then for the next few days, we got some stuff planned. I'm looking up because it's been raining all day. But look, it's kind of clearing up now. It's funny, it's kind of clearing up, but it's 8:30 at night already. So we got some things planned. Whatever we do here, either whether we do it in Ishpeming or we do it in Marquette, we're going to share it with you guys. We're going to be here for 4 days. Good morning. So it is another day here in Ishpeming, Michigan. This morning we are heading off to do a trail, I believe. But before that, I failed to mention something to you guys yesterday. So yesterday when we left Copper Harbor, we went down on US 41, which I made famous. I'm just kidding. I didn't make it famous. But Highway 41 through the town of, and I don't know the exact pronunciation, I think it's Houghton. And there we ran into some detours, whatever. We got through it and we went heading towards Marquette or Ishpeming, where we are now. And during that process, Nick and Josie, who I mentioned that we met up at Copper Harbor, that live here in Marquette, recommended a gas station, place called Pines, which was about, I don't know, about 20 miles just outside Houghton. Well, guess what? The prices at that gas station were $4.40 a gallon for diesel. That is the first time in this entire trip that we paid, or that we would have paid, and I'll tell you why in a second, that we would have paid less than $5 a gallon. Okay, the problem is, just by luck, and I'm not complaining, I got pretty good luck, we pull up at 12:45. The gas station is closed from 12 to 2 for software updates. We couldn't fill up for $4.40 a gallon. However, right up the street at the next town, we found diesel for $4.80 a gallon, thanks to Josie, who did a little bit of research and guided us to that BP. So for the first time, we actually did it for less than $5. Just thought I'd share that with you guys because, I don't know, it was a big deal for us. And trust me, when you get excited over fuel prices being less than $5, something's definitely wrong. But done with that, fueled up. This morning we're heading out to a hike, and it is called Little Presque Isle. It's a, I don't know, 3-mile hike, I think. We're heading out there now. I don't know exactly where it's at, but we're heading to Marquette, which is 14 miles, and then we'll go a little north of Marquette. And that's it. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to share it with you guys. All right, so we made it to the trail that we're going to do today. We actually switched which trail. Right at the very end, we decided to do one called Hogback Mountain Trail. It's a 3.1 in and out. And right now it looks like it's a foresty flat hike. Let's check it out. Mountain Trail. It is actually very difficult to fathom that that is a lake. So as I sit here on top of Hogback Mountain and overlook Lake Superior, that is just an incredible view. Good afternoon, guys. So it is another day here in Ishpeming, but really we're in Marquette. Everything we've been doing is here in Marquette. Last night, terrible thunderstorms all the way through this morning, but this afternoon it finally cleared up enough for us to go out. And we are currently at the Marquette Maritime Museum, which actually looks closed, but one of the reasons why we came here because it sits right on the water, and there is a lighthouse. And you know us, we like the water and we like lighthouses. Let's check it out. Couldn't ask for a more pretty day here in Marquette, or actually Ishpeming. We are heading out this morning to, I don't know, do a few things, do a hike or two. Last night, I brought you guys some footage from our little walk around town about, you know, the Matson Park, Marquette Harbor. And actually I had all intentions in the world to videotape at dinner, because we went to dinner with our friends Nick and Josie from here from Marquette, the Youpers. By the way, shout out to Nick and Josie. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. You guys are a great couple. It was awesome. But I had all intentions of taking a few pictures and videoing, but that's what happens when you're in good company. You forget all that stuff and you just enjoy the moment. And that's exactly what we did. We had a great time. We went to a place called Iron Bay, recommended by Nick and Josie. Thank you very much. It was awesome. We had a great time. But today is another day, and it happens to be our last day here in Ishpeming. Tomorrow we head out to one of mine and Myrna's favorite places, which is Munising, also known as Christmas. And it's the Pictured Rock National Lakeshore. That's where we're heading tomorrow. We're going to be there a week. Last time we were there, last season, we didn't spend enough time. Or I should say, we didn't spend enough time to really enjoy what that area has to offer. So that's where we're heading out tomorrow. But that's tomorrow. Today is another day. We're heading out, and whatever we do today, we're going to share with you guys. All right, so we made it out here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a hike. We're in Presque Isle, and the hike we're doing is Harlow Lake. It's about a 2.4. Yeah, about 2.4. However, we are in a multi-use trail right now, which means that before we get to the trailhead, we got to do like a half-miler of another trail that connects to all these. Again, Harlow Lake appears to be a pretty flat hike and mostly forest. So whatever we do, we share it. As we get started, I just wanted to show you guys. This is basically called Big Pine Trail. This is Big Pine Trail, which is a multi-use trail that connects to the actual trail that we're going to. But this is so cool. I love to see trails like this. It's actually pretty cool too. Myrna pulled out her jacket. If I was a guessing man, I'd say it's in maybe 72, 73 degrees. But this is it. So just off the trail, we came across this little cabin. It's got a number 6 on it. So I'm assuming there's 1 through 5 somewhere else. But according to All Trails, this little park right here, this little area is called Little Presque Isle Cabins. But it's right in the middle of the trail. All right, so we're done with the multi-use pathway. We are at the beginning of the actual Lake Harlow Trail, which right off the bat starts with an actual view of the lake. Right over this rock. So we finished with the Harlow Lake Trail. Actually, pretty interesting trail. It the multi-use trail reaching Harlow Lake kind of breaks off, and you could turn that hike into 6-7 miles if you really like. But it was pretty cool. Oh, a lot of mountain bikes. A lot of mountain bikes there. A lot of mountain bike trails there. Pretty cool. Well, we're done there, and we are now in Presque Isle Park. Presque Isle Park. Most of the stuff we did up to now has all been like mostly locals, because we got a hook with Nick and Josie. But this park here is very, very touristy. A lot of people here right now, but it's still very pretty, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So what's up? We are back in the campground. I hope you guys enjoyed all the footage that we brought to you, not only today, but the last few days of Marquette. Honestly, we stayed in Ishpeming, but we did nothing here in Ishpeming. Nothing against the town. We just, we had a plan. Our plan was to visit Marquette. We had heard things, good things about Marquette, and we had never been there. Well, we did that. We finally came. What is my opinion on the town? Not that my opinion matters, but it is a cute little town. A lot of things to do. There's a mixture. There's a mixture in that town from the vibes that I get. First of all, Northern Michigan University is in Marquette. So there's a mixture. As we walked around town, we saw a lot of people that obviously were either of our age or just a little younger, and even some older that are obviously permanent residents here in Marquette. But then as you get off to the areas like towards the parks, the beaches, even the downtown area, you saw a lot of college-age kids, you know, in the supermarket. When we went to Walmart, you could see having two kids that went to college. I can pick them out. I can pick them out by what they're buying and stuff like that. There's a large population. I don't even know if school is on right now. I thought they'd still be in summer vacation, but there is a large population of students. So it's a pretty busy town. It's a pretty busy town. It has a lot of harbors. Like again, I hate to say it because it's really not an ocean, but Lake Superior is pretty big. It's pretty big. So it is definitely a coastal town. So Marquette, will I come back to Marquette? 100%. I will be coming back to Marquette. Not only because we now have new friends that live here with Nick and Josie, but it is a very cool little town. You can go out in the early evenings and walk along the harbor. They do have a street. I think it's called 3rd Street, which is like your touristy little bars and little restaurants and stuff like that, and things to do for nightlife. But just along the harbor, just along the lake shore there, what a beautiful little town. And we will definitely come back. We will definitely be back. However, next time I'll probably do my reservations as far in advance as possible, and we will stay in Marquette, because the only downside to this entire stay or this entire leg of our trip was basically the commute, the driving, the 14, 15 miles, you know, that way and then back just to do stuff in Marquette. But other than that, I give it a thumbs up. I like the town. Nice place. The weather, even though it is August, the weather is just gorgeous. I'm sitting outside the camper right now. It's about 7:30 in the evening, and it is about 65 degrees in the middle of August. So, again, the old chasing the weather that I've done and I've said in the past, so far, so good. It's working out good. So, sorry for those of you guys that are down in the Arizona, New Mexico, Utah. We loved it there. We were there this season, loved it, but I cannot imagine being there right now. So that's it. This is going to be the close out clip for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow, we're going to pack up the whole house, pack everything up, and we're going to go to Munising, Michigan. Munising, Michigan. It's also called Christmas. It's right outside the little town of Christmas. We were there last season. We had a great time there, although we weren't there long enough to enjoy everything. So this year, or this season, we made it a point. We're going back to Munising, and this time we're going to spend a week. So tomorrow, it's a move day. Hang around, follow us, whatever we do, we'll share with you guys.